Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. Does God exist? A man went to a barber shop to have his hair cut and his beard trimmed. As the barber began to work, they began to have a great conversation. They talked about so many things and various subjects. When they eventually touched on the subject of God, the barber said, "I don't believe that God exists." "Well, why do you say that?" asked the customer. "Well, you just have to go out into the street to realize that God doesn't exist. Tell me, if God existed, why would there be so many sick people out there? Why would there be so many abandoned children? If God existed, there would be neither suffering nor pain. I cannot imagine a loving God who would allow all of these things." The customer thought for a moment, but he didn't respond because he didn't want to start an argument. The barber finished his job and the customer left the shop. Just after he left the barber shop, he saw a man in the streets with long, stringy, dirty hair and an untrimmed beard. He looked dirty and unkempt. The customer turned back and entered the barber shop again, and he said to the barber, You know what? Barbers don't exist." "How can you say that?" said the barber, surprised. "I'm here, and I'm a barber, and I just worked on you." "No," the customer explained. "Barbers don't exist because if they did, there would be no people with dirty long hair and untrimmed beards like that man outside." "Ah, but barbers do exist. What happens, people do not come to me." "Exactly," affirmed the customer. "That's the point. God too does exist. What happens is people don't go to him and don't go looking for him." SubhanAllah. So true. Allah Azza wa Jal does exist. And all we need to do is ask him to guide us, to send us to the straight path, and to help us see, what's the best deen for us. And subhanAllah, and when we do this sincerely, my dear sisters, when we sincerely go into our room by ourselves and there's no one there, and we say, "Oh God, if you exist, guide me to the right path," then you will see that inshallah ta'ala he will guide you to Islam. And may Allah keep us firm on his deen, and may he make us amongst the righteous believers. Ameen. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.